G'day guys, Andrew from On Track. Well, welcome to another weekday walk around. Behind me, this is one we've been working on for a little bit, and we've got a couple of great companies involved with this one as well for this customer. He's ready to hit the road, put his X-Tour on the back and do 6 months on the road with his family, traveling around. But this one, a little bit different, based on a 2500, the Ram 6.4 litre Hemi Power Wagon, coupled together with the 8-speed automatic transmission directly from Ram. So about 3 or 4 months, Pete came to us and he said to me, he goes, I want to build my Power Wagon and this is what I want to do. So we basically did. We made a list, and then from there, as they normally do, they grew and grew and grew and grew. And basically this is what we have come up with. In collaboration with the customer, Peter, we were able to put his spin on things and our spin on things, and yes, here it is. Wrapped in a satin PPF, the car is originally black. We've put some bushwhacker flares on it. We've had to go a little bit bigger on the flare due to engineering, because we did do our GVM upgrade through JU Designs. So they were able to work on that with us, and we were able to take the GVM on this particular vehicle from 3.8 tonne to 5.1, allowing the extra payload of family, tub rack, winches, bull bars, all that sort of stuff into accommodation. So underneath it, we've coupled it with some Carly suspension. This is a 3.25 kit. So remote res shocks in the front, Carly sway bar in there. The Power Wagon from factory comes with a factory sway bar disconnect. So we've deleted that and we've gone with the Carly sway bar underneath. This allows really good comfort, really good cornering stability, and maximum off-road travel when off-road. So that's been under there. Around the front, obviously, lighting of choice, Baja XLs interlinkables, okay, across the front. The Power Wagon also comes with a worn winch. We've been able to reutilise that and put this with the Spycore bar. Along with the XLs, we've put Squadrons in an amber and Squadrons in a clear, and they are working off the factory car system, working as his cornering light and working as a fog light as well. So the amber's in the fog and the clears for his cornering side of things. So also an S8 light bar, which fitted absolutely perfectly into the bar as well. Utilising all the factory sensors, everything still works and works as normal. We had to do a little bit of modification to the winch to make it work with the bar, but with Warren's availability on parts and stuff like that, easy enough. Once we started playing with this, 37s in the Toyos mud terrains and the Black Rhino wheels in a 18 by 37. That's the way he's gone with this. Radius arms from Carly, coils from Carly, obviously the King's shocks, and it all works together and works as a treat. Up the top, we've got a 200-watt solar panel from Enerdrive. We've also got our Starlink, and this is all based on the Off-Road Creative cab rack. With that, we've allowed him to actually still utilise the sunroof, which he wanted to do, and left that area fairly clear with the steady lights up there for night vision and stuff like that. Following back even further, obviously the Off-Road Creative cab rack. So we've put a kick-ass stereo under there. We've got 2 awnings on this thing. So we've got a 270 on this side and we've got a 180 on the other side from Open Country. And as a different addition as well, we've gone and put a shower tent on there as well. So, but there's something a little bit sneaky that we did with the shower tent to accommodate everything with that. We've put the two together, but we also have a sneaky water outlet here. Hard lid, and then if we open the tailgate, got a slide out that we've done. He only needs a little fridge because most of the time he'll have his Caravan on the back of it. Powered, all the functions, accessories, sockets, lighting, everything is powered through a Switch Pro. And we've got one Switch Pro in here with a slave unit. So basically the slave unit ends up in here, and there's a main controller inside the cabin, which we've placed on the dash. This allows everything to work seamlessly, and he can use it inside, outside, through his phone, through the app, at any time that he wants. We've got a 40-litre water tank tucked in right down the back, so he's got water storage in there. So and then everything just tucks away as it needs to, nice and neatly. Around the back, towing his van, the Gen Y hitch, DO45, put a little Baja trailer hitch light there. We've gone for S2s inside the bumper bar. This is all switchable through reverse and also through the Switch Pro, so if he's reversing or etc. or whatever he needs to do, basically you can switch everything on and off as he needs to, when he needs to. Anderson plugs, trailer sockets, all that sort of stuff is on there. And the list goes on and on and on and on and on. It doesn't stop. In here, we have, obviously Pete's got some recovery gear for his trip in here. We've got a water pump in here, and then we have a thermostat up here. So tucked in this area of the tub, while we were doing things and everything like that, we've put hot water service into the vehicle. So it pumps out of the tank through the hot water service, open the shower, plug your shower in, basically there, squirt away, go for your life, have a shower. You've pretty much got everything you need, hot and cold water. It's easy as, basically. Whether you're camping in the swag or a rooftop tent or anything like that, if you're not needing some hot water, you want to do what you need to do, it's all there. So this side's fairly free for storage and stuff like that, other than the water pump. And yeah, really well. Underneath the truck, as far as fuel capacity goes for while he's towing, he's got 300 litres stored under there. Put an LRA tank in the back, and we've also got a 190 litre Titan tank in the front, coupled with some bash guards and stuff like that, which the guys at Trucks and Toys were happy to supply us with. So there's a lot of standard 2500 stuff, diesel stuff, that we've had to accommodate to make work, even though the truck is based on a 2500. Not everything is simple and just bolts straight in the truck. So there's been a little bit of chop and change and compromise here and there with what we've had to do and what we've needed to do. Electrical system in this, come around, I'll show you this side. So a pretty comprehensive electrical system in this. It's got a 2000 watt inverter in this. We've got an ARB dual compressor in here. We've got all these fuses, a red arc BC-DC charger tucked in down here. ARB pressure connect as well for inflation on tyres and stuff like that. It's got a little Apex aerial, which he can then just wheel out to, whether it be the van or whether it be the car, to inflate tyres with. So that's all tucked in here, and down in this area underneath here, it's got 180 amp DCS battery that keeps everything going and doing as he needs to. With the wheels and tyres, we've coupled them with some Apex air release valves for quick deflation of tyres. So that all works nicely together. It's got everything that a canopy would generally have, but in the space of a tub without compromising the storage of the tub itself. So that was the whole aim of this, doing it in the Ram tub storage system. Protect the van, obviously he's got a stone stomper that goes on the rear, and then he's got obviously our mud flap front and rear to help prevent stones from flecking up onto the van, which we don't want to destroy a brand new van. In the engine bay, tucked in behind the grille, just in this area here, there's a sneaky little intercooler that has been placed in there. While we are working on the build of the car, the vehicle actually went down to Dontex Performance, where they actually snuck a Pro Charger onto the 6.4 to give it a little bit of oomph, and they also stuck one of their cam packages in the thing. I think it come out to roughly about 550 to 600 horsepower, which should be more than ample for him to tow his van and cruise around. So it's definitely one of those trucks that you actually do hear before you actually see. So, and I'm sure the guys in the caravan parks are going to absolutely love it, especially if they're leaving at 6 o'clock in the morning or 5 o'clock in the morning. The sound of the V8 rumble first thing in the morning definitely going to ruffle some feathers, let's just say that maybe. With the Rams and the 2500 platform, 3500 platform, our particular suspension of choice is the Carly suspension, which obviously incorporates King shocks and various components that they produce. The King shocks are not an off-the-shelf thing. It's something that Carly has produced over in the States and has valved particularly to what they are producing, as in their spring rates, etc. They offer lots of variances in suspension and different levels of packages which you can obviously buy. This is the 3.25 pin top kit, which means there's no modifications to mounts or anything like that. Obviously we've got the sway bar, we've got the shocks, we've got the coils, we've got the dual steering dampers from Carly. They've got their heavy duty sway bar links. Radius arms underneath there with their drop box helps bring the caster and the wheel alignment back into spec with that. And then obviously around the rear, we've got their new track bar system or panhard rod system that they do, which is actually longer than factory and extends the points further out from end to end. This stops a little bit of the wobble that's quite renowned for rams to get once they get a little bit of weight in them and stuff like that. So that's in there. Also under there, with bigger tyres, bigger rolling diameters, bigger rolling weights, we've coupled this car with some SSBC brake calipers, so 8-pot calipers front and rear. Again, out of the States, they work well. They're all a bolt-on system, and it put it on and definitely noticeably a big improvement for braking. Also at the back, double bellows in the rear, dual airbag accompanied with the Carly coil spring in the rear. It's all controlled through his phone, so he can control and monitor his pressures in the bags for when he's towing, got the van on the back and all that sort of stuff. All hooked up to his air compressor and then all hooked up to the rest of the air system, obviously for tyre inflation, etc. like that. Right, so inside the truck, Power Wagon, obviously your standard Ram features, camera kit for his Caravan. All right, that's up through here. So that's a wireless system, so we didn't need to run any wiring or anything like down to there. We've got also a tyre pressure monitor up on the corner of the dash there, that's for his van as well. So he can continue to monitor all that sort of stuff. And then our Switch Pro, so that has all his switching basically to control lights up on the roof, water pump, his heater for the shower and the hot water service at the back, all his lights, spotlights, all that sort of stuff. So he can basically just think about things just as he rolls up, flick the lights on, flick the lights off, and off he goes basically. Couple that with the GME UHF radio and antenna. That's on a swivel base up on the roof. That can go up and down as he needs to. So this thing's a hell of a lot of fun to drive, and if anything on this that you see particularly tickles your fancy and you want to do something like this, put your own spin on your own car, please feel free to reach out. We'll answer any questions. sales@ontrack4x4.com or 9310 Check us out on our socials on Insta and our YouTube channel. And yeah, enjoy the video, enjoy the vids, because he's going to be enjoying his trip around Australia.